So here I am showing you what the wig looks like right out of the box. See, as you can see, I'm showing you the line of demarcation where the color changes from the dark color to the light brown. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to smooth out that transition. And here I'm showing you the part, what it looks like without me doing anything to it. And I'm doing a little dance. I'm so hyped about my wig. So I'm going to start out by parting the hair right in the middle of my ear on both sides. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and just cut down just to make it kind of frame my face. So I'm just doing a simple cut here. Just hold the hair still with one hand and then just cut going down, back and down motion. So as you go back towards the ear, you want it to be longer. And the other side I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to go a little bit higher up because that's the side where the bang is going to be on. And with this side, it's on the right side. I have to hold my hand kind of weird to get the scissors right. But just put your thumb and your index finger in it and then just cut. I find that the best way to have the most control. Now here I'm sectioning off the section where I'm going to cut the bang piece. Now I want it to be kind of a layered bang, so I'm going to part it and then cut sections at a time. If you would like to see a more detailed video on how I cut my bangs, please leave a comment below. So as you can see, it's kind of more of like a layered look, and once you curl it, you really get to see the effect of the layers. Now here I'm just brushing it out and showing you kind of what the layers are going to look like. For the brown dye, I'm going to use Dark and Lovely Cocoa Crush in number 397. I used BW2 bleach with a 30 developer to bleach the knots. Now the brown dye came in this applicator bottle, but I poured it out into a bowl for easier application. Now here I'm just showing you the consistency of the bleach and developer mix. Now I started by I parted the bottom from the top on the wig because I'm not going to put the brown dye in the bottom part, and I did that while I was on my head, and I took it off, and I'm just pushing push pins into the wig so it can keep it steady onto the head. So here I am starting on the first section. Now I'm just going to make sure all the tangles are out, and I'm just going to take a little bit of dye on the brush, not too much. And we're going to do very light vertical strokes. You don't want too much dye on it And you want to make sure you just do very light strokes, just freehand, and just make sure your brush is held vertically. And just want to cover up all the area where the line, where the color changes. So as you can see, I'm not filling in every brown piece. I want to leave some brown highlights higher up. So I'm just creating kind of just a alternating pattern instead of just a hand dipped choppy color change. And here I'm just wrapping the foil around it to keep it sectioned off. Now don't wrap it around the top part because I don't want the dye to get overlapped into the other sections. I want it to stay in the pattern that I laid it down on there. So now I went all the way around the head and I'm showing you what it looks like. And as you can see, as I got to the other side, I decided to do away with the foils. So, but I have dye all the way around. It's just not foiled up. And I just continue the same method. And here I am just going in, doing a little touch up. So now it's time to bleach the knots, and I showed you the bleach and developer mixture that I made for this earlier. And with this, you want to make sure you have a very light hand and just lightly dust the bleach onto the lace. You do not want to press too hard down because you don't want it to bleach the hairs underneath because you will have blonde roots, and you definitely don't want that. So I'm just going to do the whole entire front section so that if I want to part it, I can change around my part and not have to worry about being able to see the knots. And here's the finished product. And I left it on for about 10 minutes. So now it's the next day and I let it air dry. And I'm putting on the wig to show you guys what it looks like so far. As you can see, the part looks way better than what it looked like in the beginning of the video. But we're still not done with it. So now I'm just combing out my hairline to create that more natural look. And this is what I do every time I put the wig on to blend it out, to make it look more natural. And I'm showing you the dye job so you can see it's not as choppy looking when it transitions from the black to the brown. And here I'm about to flat iron. I'm using my 100% argan oil by Cream of Nature, and you only want 3 or 4 drops for each side of the hair, so I split it in 2, and you don't want literally no more than 3 or 4 drops. And this is going to serve as a heat protectant and also to kind of eliminate some of the frizziness. And you just brush it out to distribute it throughout the hair. And you do that on both sides. So now I'm getting ready to flat iron, and I sectioned off the top part because I'm going to begin with my bang. And I'm using my InStyler rotating flat iron that I purchased from Walmart about a year and a half ago. I bought it for $100. And for this bang side, I'm going to flip it upwards so we can get kind of that layered look. And if you have an InStyler, you want to make sure the rotating barrel part is on the top for doing these curls upward. If you have a regular flat iron, that's fine. You do the same type technique. And for just the top part, of the bang that's closest to the root, we're going to curl that part down or under. And you want to make sure that the barrel of the flat iron is on the bottom for these top curls. And again, if you want to see a more detailed video on how I do my bang, please leave a comment below. And I'm showing you guys what the bang looks like. So as you can see the different layers, and it gives the hair a lot of variation. I really love wearing my hair like this. And on the other side, I just do a slight curl in the front, just the front piece. And then all the rest of the hair, I just flat iron straight. Now this is how I wear my hair if I'm wearing my hair straight. So I'm basically almost done. And the last part we want to do is to pluck the part so we get an even more natural look. So when you pluck the part, you do not want to over pluck. And you want to go in and you want to pluck the hair from the knot. You want to pull the whole entire knot out of the lace. And you really want to take your time with this. See, as you can see, it's progressing a little bit. And you'll be able to see, you won't be able to see the lace or anything at all once you finish. So you really want to take your time with it to make sure you don't want to rip the lace, because you will end up with a hole in your lace and that's not cute. So here I am, just halfway done. And when you pluck, you don't want to go too wide and you don't want to go too far back to the center of the head. So here it is, the part after I plucked it. And as you can see, it looks so much more natural. It looks fabulous. And here is the finished result. And I'm showing you guys what it looks like in the natural sunlight so that you can really see the color and how it just pops. And you can see the transition of the color from the black to the brown to the more blonder color. And I'm so in love. And here is the finished product. I'm just show you some pictures of it. If you like it just as much as I love it, please feel free to leave a comment below and subscribe and like and check out my other videos. And thank you guys so much for watching.